So this is how I start off with the valve covers. I just pick one and I start wiping off with a dry rag. Try to get most of the light stuff off. That way we know what we're actually trying to clean. But I'm going to spray it down with some purple power, which I have right here. This is concentrate. It is not diluted. Just going to spray it down, hit it with a scrub brush, and then get all that even lighter stuff off, and then I'll come through with a wire wheel and take off the rest of it. But I'll catch you guys when after I get all this stuff scrubbed down with some cleaner, and before we hit it with the wire wheel, so you guys can see kind of the steps. All right, so this is what it looks like after just scrubbing it down real quick with the purple power. Just sprayed it on, let it sit for a little bit, and scrubbed it off. Now, this right here would be perfectly fine on any other truck or car, but I plan on taking this truck to a few shows, hopefully this year. And I want it to be nice and clean. That way, if we have any leaks in the future, then we can see where they're coming from. But you can see I didn't dry everything up real good. I still have a little bit of run, so that stuff coming out. But now you can just see where I have to wire wheel to get the rest of the heavy stuff off. And there's the underside. I sprayed it down, then scrubbed it right off and wiped it off. It doesn't have to be clean because, like I said, the oil has detergents in it. It'll get rid of the rest of it. But it won't reach the outside, hopefully not ever again. So we're going to wire wheel this down and clean it up. All right, there's the finished product. Well, almost finished. I'm going to take a paint marker and run down these lines here in black. And then, I don't know. I just think it looks cool. So that's what I'm going to do with them. And then put them all back together and put some new gaskets in it and put them back in the truck. All right, guys, got this side done. It's all put back together. Everything's good to go. I was working on putting this side together, got the valve cover on, was getting ready to slide the coil packs back in there and bump this hose, and it snapped off. So we're gonna try to figure out what we gotta do here, if we gotta replace the whole heater core or if that's just a little end. But yeah, it kind of slowed down the progress. But I guess we'll get her fixed, and we'll finish up this video here shortly, I guess. All right, guys, it's the next day. Figured out the fix for that. I did not break anything on the heater core itself. There's just some hose connectors. They're like a fuel line connector that you put one of those fuel line connectors in there and it fixes it. Well, it don't fix it. It pulls it apart and then you can fix it. This is Dorman's fix. So the part number is a 800-9, no, it's 800-409 HP. If you don't get the HP one, you just get a plastic one. But this won't break. Well, shouldn't break. But as you can see in there, it just has the same fingers in there as like a fuel line. It takes a 5/8 one. And make sure it's just like the regular round one. Here, I'll show you what. Just the green one. It's 5/8. You'd think it would not fit, but as you can see, it does fit inside there. It just expands out a little bit around and fits to the hose itself. You can't fit well, I could not get the 3/4 to work. It's just too big. I think there's just too much material there on the clip thing itself. Just wasn't enough room to be able to move it and pop it off there. So the 5/8 one is what works. But I'm going to put this back together. And then he's wanting to get a new burp tank. I'm going to go ahead and just jack it up on the front end and drain the oil, crawl underneath of it, drain the oil, and do all that, because I don't want to stick this thing up on the rack and something happen. But not with my luck yesterday. We're not going to play that game today. Then I'm just gonna pull my truck up in here good enough to be able to change the oil on it. And yeah, just don't really want to move this one because, like you said, he's going to change out this expansion tank, and we're gonna have to redo we're gonna have to pull vacuum on the coolant system again to get all the air out, and then fill it back up with coolant. So I'm just gonna try to leave it here while I wait on him to do the vacuum, because I'm gonna have my dad pull the vacuum on it since it's his truck, and he has way more experience pulling the vacuum on it with that tool. I can't ever get the thing to work, so it's better to just have him do it. But I'll catch you guys here in a minute when I get that all put back on, and I'll go ahead and fire it up and make sure everything's good before I do the oil change. And yeah, because it's not going to hurt anything. There's already air in the system. We're going to pull a vacuum on it. It's all going to come out anyways. All right, got them on there. I'm just going to let you guys know, if you have the chance to buy 2 of the metal ones, just buy 2 of the metal ones. The plastic one is really hard to get on there. It does not want to just slide on there, and you don't really hear it click. The metal one, you get a really assuring click. It goes in there and it just makes a nice snap sound, and you know it's on there. But they are a little more expensive. I'll let you in on a little trick. If you go into advanced and you are paying with cash, you can put it underneath of a account called DIY. It will knock them down almost in half. So whenever you're in there and you're trying to do your own stuff, just run it underneath a DIY and it'll knock it in half on most things. But it's just a little trick, and it'll help you guys out if you're trying to work on something. Now, if you start abusing it, they're gonna probably take it away, but might as well use it while you can. Just don't abuse it. There's a fine line. Other than that, we're looking pretty good up here. I think I am going to go ahead and change the oil. I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and change the oil and then start it up. That way I know nothing's in the oil that's not supposed to be, and we'll be good. I don't want to if there's something in there where that line had broke when I was putting that stuff in there, I don't want to risk it. So we're going to go ahead and drain the oil, and I'll get the camera back out when I get done with the oil change, and we'll start it up. So see you guys here in a minute. All right, guys, got it all buttoned up. Just a simple oil change. I'm sure if you guys work on anything, you know how to do one of them. It calls for 6 quarts with the filter, and we're going to start her up. I should have everything good to go. Yep, running like it should. Alrighty, so that's it for this video. Since you guys have hung around and watched this whole entire video, I would like you guys to like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to put a link down in the description if you like all this truck stuff, to go check out a friend of mine's channel. Give him a little bit of love and support. He's a small growing channel, and I think he only has like 45 subs. I don't have that many to share, but I told him I would be nice and let my viewers know. So next on the list is my truck, and we're going to put that good Castrol will go in. That's just what I like to run. But for now, I'll see you guys on the next one. Also wanted to share something with you guys. So see this funnel here? It's a special funnel that just screws into the GM. I think it works on some Fords and some Chryslers, but it's for the GM stuff. They're like 20 bucks on Amazon. The number was on there. I don't know if you can, it was still readable or not, but a good friend of mine showed me these, and he had this one and he bought the wrong one. So I bought it off of him for what he had in it, and it wasn't very much. But no matter how much you pour in this thing, it will never overflow. You can't do this with a regular funnel. Just right down. It is the slickest thing, and I absolutely love this thing. It was I spilled a little bit when I was going in there, but it'll be all right. It's the best. I think I bought it for like I want to say it was like 20 bucks or something like that. It's the best 20 bucks I ever spent on a funnel, I can tell you. It works great.